I've been married to her for 7 years and been with her for 8. Together, we have 2 beautiful children. There were more good things about the relationship than bad, and this was our best moment. The 12th of November was D-Day. She got drunk and late to home. When I spoke to her about it, she said, "I haven't loved you the way I used to because I've been afraid to speak up for 2 months. I'm also ready to leave my kids because I just want to be happy." That night, I called her brother and told him to take her home before I lost it. I begged her to come back and work on our relationship the next morning. This is where she starts to take advantage of how desperate I am. She comes back, gets her things, and leaves. I have been asking her to come back for a whole month. She told them she was going out with the leader of her team. She told me that the marriage has been dead for years, which I didn't know. Everything points to a fair fog. We went to the first court date on December 10th, and I chose to divorce her right away. At this point, I chose to have no more touch with her. She has changed how she acts now, and it's hard for her to walk into the house where I am with my mother, who is helping me with this. I believe there is guilt. She has also been planning events for me to meet her. These could be real, but there is a sense of despair. She hasn't been seeing the kids as much. Good news, things are going well for me and my kids now. The kids don't know what happened because I keep them very busy. Is the fog lifting because of this long lull and her change in approach? By firing her and getting the first move signed, I have done everything I could to shake her. Not in touch at all. The kids don't talk to her on the phone very often. I'm meant to meet her at the bank and then again in March for the final steps. I hope she's still in the fog because that gives me freedom and a fresh start without any trouble. She made such a bad deal. Any ideas on how to move forward with it? How can I make the fog last for a few more months? Views of the community. Vape Life Old as News says, "Unfortunately, cheaters and liars are unstable people. I was in the same boat and had to speed through the process. Right before we were meant to sign the agreement, the ex-wife got into a fight and broke up with a fair partner. This made me worry. In the end, she was worried when she realized how many questions she still had about her future, but she signed the deal anyway because thousands of dollars had been spent on it. She and the affair partner kept dating for now, even though things were getting worse between them. It turns out she's not as fun when you can't send her home after the fun part." DOP answers, "She changes moods a lot. She's acting crazy since I told her I wouldn't talk to her and blocked my and my kids' Netflix accounts. That was all she had. She has been lying all the time during the relationship, but she never thought that would cause a fair fog. I was so wrong when I thought her lies were not big enough to hurt me. I have a lot to learn before I get married again. OP, I'm sorry you and your family have been let down in this way. From what I can tell, she's still in the fog, but she just found out that you're not going to give up easily. It's pretty clear that she doesn't want to have anything to do with her kids, which is sad to hear. And the Netflix account is just another way she tries to keep you under her control. Just a quick update on what I said in my last post. We met at the bank. She walks in and acts like she doesn't want to look at me, but she can tell when I'm not looking at her by the way I move. I was ready, said hello, and then took her name off the mortgage. As we leave the bank, I say goodbye and leave. She signed the whole time, but she didn't say a word during the 20 minutes. I could see her on the phone after this event from a distance. I think it should be the affair partner telling her what happened. It's crazy how my behavior has changed from being full of energy when I was asking and begging to hate and anger now that I'm showing signs of letting this divorce go through at my own pace. You have to be really strong to read these people. I'm angry that I've taken a step back and don't care about her anymore. This friendship was based on dislike for me. She blamed me and said on WhatsApp the other day, "I made this ugly, and I wanted to do this clean." She can't explain what she means. Kranik has some advice. It's hard for her to say that she hates that you let her go and aren't following her around all the time like a doormat and telling her that your life is hollow without her because that's what she expected from you. She's mad now because she's not only not getting what she wants, but she also knows she lost the life she had. The meeting with the banker where she was taken off the mortgage was her first harsh wake-up call. She starts to understand that you're not going to run after her, that you're not asking, and that she can't easily come back, which is probably what she thought would happen when she left. Her new life will fall apart very quickly because she will have an affair with her new partner because she is unhappy. I just hope it doesn't fall apart before the deed papers are signed. Be careful if she acts nice to you out of the blue or tells you she messed up. Because she gave you hope, she only wants you to run after her after that. When that happens, the nicest thing you can say is that she made her choice and hoped she would find the life she so badly wanted before you leave. What do your friends, especially friends you both have, know about why she broke up with you? Perhaps they gave her another wake-up call, which could also be the reason for her message to you. Just a quick update on what I said in my last post. We met at the bank. She walks in and acts like she doesn't want to look at me, but she can tell when I'm not looking at her by the way I move. I was ready, said hello, and then took her name off the mortgage. As we leave the bank, I say goodbye and leave. She signed the whole time, but she didn't say a word during the 20 minutes. I could see her on the phone after this event from a distance. I think it should be the affair partner telling her what happened. It's crazy how my behavior has changed from being full of energy when I was asking and begging to hate and anger now that I'm showing signs of letting this divorce go through at my own pace. You have to be really strong to read these people. I'm angry that I've taken a step back and don't care about her anymore. This friendship was based on dislike for me. She blamed me and said on WhatsApp the other day, I made this ugly, and I wanted to do this clean. She can't explain what she means. Kranik has some advice. It's hard for her to say that she hates that you let her go and aren't following her around all the time like a doormat and telling her that your life is hollow without her because that's what she expected from you. She's mad now because she's not only not getting what she wants, but she also knows she lost the life she had. The meeting with the banker where she was taken off the mortgage was her first harsh wake-up call. She starts to understand that you're not going to run after her, that you're not asking, and that she can't easily come back, which is probably what she thought would happen when she left. Her new life will fall apart very quickly because she will have an affair with her new partner because she is unhappy. I just hope it doesn't fall apart before the deed papers are signed. Be careful if she acts nice to you out of the blue or tells you she messed up. Because she gave you hope, she only wants you to run after her after that. When that happens, the nicest thing you can say is that she made her choice and hoped she would find the life she so badly wanted before you leave. What do your friends, especially friends you both have, know about why she broke up with you? Perhaps they gave her another wake-up call, which could also be the reason for her message to you. Update: my stray wife wants me to treat her with respect. This just took place. The stray wife wanted to look over some plain English divorce papers to see what they said. She refused to read again when I asked her to, so I could explain it to her. I finally told her what was going on and then told her to go away. Why do you have to be so disrespectful when it's not necessary? She asked. It made me laugh so hard. It comes from a woman who has been very mean to me over the last few months. Still, I was able to poke fun at her again by telling her to look at her affair partner because she was boring and annoying me. That got me blocked right away on WhatsApp. If that's a thing, feel free to rant. After doing so well for a couple of months, I got caught in the circle of my narcissistic, wayward wife. Out of the blue, she calls me, and I hang up on her. I told her she could only text me. Some papers linked to the divorce she wanted in hard copy. When I asked her to talk to my lawyer, she told me to stop playing these games with me. Because I was mad, I told you that you haven't been taking care of your kids and that my son recently said his mother doesn't love him. She answered with a quote about kids. Your life is still the same, but mine has changed a lot, so have some respect. When I feel better, I'll take care of that matter. Then I lost it and hit her hard for what she did. She kept blaming me for the bad relationship, etc. When I picked up my kids a few hours ago, I saw her, and it made me so angry that I smoked 4 cigarettes. I told her all of her lies, but she kept shifting blame. You know what? I should have kept quiet like I did before. I feel awful. Anyway, I texted her to tell my mom about the kids and to talk to a lawyer about the divorce. I'm not going to make the same mistake again. It's a little unfair for her to expect respect from you after treating you and the kids with such disrespect. She is blaming you because it is the easiest way for her to get out of taking responsibility. When you mess up or get angry, it's okay. It just means you need to heal a little more. What's new? Is my cheating wife using my daughter as a spy? What do I think about it? What should I do? I picked up my daughter from her mom's house a few hours ago. That's what my 7-year-old daughter told me. Her mom was asking things like, "Does someone come late at night to visit Dad too?" What am I going to say about her? How long does he keep you? What does he mean by, "When will Mom come back?" To keep my kids safe, I've been very careful about what I tell them and have talked to psychologists. I'm mad and confused, but I don't know what to do. We all know what to do with Thrilla the monkey from the neighborhood. Hi, bro. I hope all is well with you. The child is being used as a spy, or at least to get information about you from her. Pay attention to what you say to the child, not because you want her to become a spy, but so she stays out of your marriage problems. It's fine that the child is telling Mom about what she did. She's just doing what Mommy tells her to do. What are you going to do? Not at all. There's a good chance she'll say that Daddy is always happy and living his best life. That's a good point. You don't need to do anything because you have nothing to hide. She is going to let her mom know that her dad is happy and moving on with his life. There's nothing that will bother her more. On the other hand, she shouldn't use the kids that way. Today, 17 days after the original post, the event is over. The cheating wife has been divorced. The story has come to an end. Late last year, after wayward wife left home, me, and the kids for an affair, I signed the first move. I chose to leave her and stop talking to her. It looked like I did pretty well on no contact because she may have called Hoover at least 8 times and I didn't answer any of them because I would rather text her. She would say that she wants to do something with our kids or her things that are still at home. I didn't understand a lot of it. She was strong enough to not be able to cross my limits. The day of the second move came, and my lawyer had to call her to get her to court. She didn't have as much energy as she did at the beginning of the affair. Her steps were slow, and she had put on about 20 pounds. It used to be that she would at least video call the kids once in a while, but she no longer does that either. She calls them about twice a week now, not like she did before. That woman didn't look good, and the split was over before she knew what was going on. I don't know if she's depressed, playing the victim, or if her affair has come to light. Right now I feel bad for the kids, but I hope that one day I'll be better and my family will be whole again. To be clear, I don't mean to marry my ex when I say, finish the family. Let's look into the neighborhood some more. Well done on making it through the divorce process, says Dry Assistance 9196. It is not an easy thing to do. It looks like she got over the fair fog and saw that the grass wasn't really that green. You no longer have to worry about her. Think about how to move forward and what will help you and your kids the most. If you decide to co-parent in the future, only talk to the kids about it. Don't let her throw you off track. You're on the right path. The boy's mother called my best friend and took him away just before his 6th birthday. November 21st was D-Day. Filed for divorce and separation right away. By July 22nd, I was fully a single dad to 2 kids. If you want to know more, look through my past. I'm now here. Both of my kids have been living with my old parents. My mom is in pretty good health and shape, and she takes care of my kids while she's at home. My dad takes my daughter swimming and does other things with the son while I'm at work. Kids don't have any problems. I'm not dating anyone yet today, but I'm happy, and his life is better. I don't want to talk to anyone right after D-Day. In any attempts she made to get in touch with me, they failed. In the past, she even asked my mom to tell me to call her for silly reasons. Around December 22nd, she realized I wasn't going to give in. After 5 or 6 months, she took my son just a few days before his 6th birthday. Then I had to use my mom's phone to call my son and wish him a happy birthday. On my son's birthday, I couldn't see him. It was awful that she had to hold the phone while I talked to my son. She helps them in no way at all. Now, she called my best friend and talked about my money, the company he works for, and other things that don't make sense. She lied the whole time to get as many facts as she could. Like, she made up a story that her credit score went down because I didn't pay my mortgage on time. It's not true. In fact, I just got off the phone with recovery agents who asked me to get her to pay off her credit card bill. Will I have trouble in the next few days, months, or years? She is a complete narcissist. I can vouch for that. At the end of the call, she said, "Oops, forgot to mention that she's going to meet my friends soon." Let's listen to what the community has to say again. See a lawyer. Reddit Avenger 2019 says, "She's going to trick you. Take the lead." "Is she meeting your best friend?" asks RobobbyMT. "Will he go? If he is, then it's not a real best friend." "He is my best friend," Whoopi said. Right away, he called me and told me everything. Had even planned to record her call for me. If I told him no, he would never go. I've known him since we were kids. "What's the point of them getting together then?" asks RobotEMT. "My friend never agreed or said no," the OP answers. "His only goal was to listen and talk to me. More of a friendly note, we work close together, so we can always get together. He's like a family friend, and I put them together. He hates her because of what she did to the kids. When she took the kids away on my son's birthday, he was even more mad. It's likely that her ex is having a bad time. She might not want to talk to the kids because they make her think of a better time. She is avoiding them as much as possible. Avoiding them doesn't help anyone, even if it makes her sad to talk to them.